Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Train Man, and this is not the ship you remember. In fact, it's not a very well-designed ship anyways, because, well, I just realized I'm an idiot, and that's why. Comprende? I tacked that extra fuel tank on there for a little more fuel, and didn't realize the landing legs weren't longer than it. Oh well, I guess we're not landing on Duna with this thing. Also, let me just take a quick stop in the map mode and show you something. Well, we're lined up for Duna, but the last ship, well, it was attacked by the deep space Kracken over there, and it exploded into a million pieces. See? Probably should have followed one into the sun. Most of these guys, I actually am going to go around right now, and I'm going to check to see which ones of these can I... Which ones can I not set as probes? This obviously isn't a probe, but I can't set it as not a probe. I don't think there are going to be too many where I can do that. But this is what's left of the ship. And we don't even have a parachute on this. So Jebediah, you're just going to have to somehow survive, I guess. You're gonna be stuck out here forever. And if we get the chance, we can maybe get you out when you're near somewhere and maybe bring you down on Ike if you can land with your jetpack. Although we're not gonna get you anywhere near Ike, you might get caught by Kerbin's gravity. Well, other than that, you're just gonna be stuck out here forever. These other guys are just going to remain as probes until they, you know, fling off somewhere or crash into something. They're all intercepting Kerbin's orbit, most of them at least. Or they're at least close. This one's going to Moho. And there are a lot of pieces of debris doing something similar. Well, let's switch back to our bell. Our ship. And, let's take this guy all the way to Duna. There was a lot of stuff I did to get ready for this, but it wasn't really good video. And it was kind of messy with a lot of cuts and things. So I figured it'd just be easier to cut to basically where we were, just making our burn for Duna. And start up again, no matter the fact that the Deep Space Kraken attacked the other ship. The other bell. And I do want to see if any gravitational forces catch any of these ships and, like, fling them off, because it's going to look really cool. Kind of funny. I had that happen with some probes that I left in orbit around Joule. I was hoping the moons would catch them, and they did. And they ended up, you know, flying off like that way and that way. Right after the Kraken attack, we actually had a probe that was going straight into the sun. Like, its velocity was 0 around, and it was just going down. And it was pretty impressive. And I feel like I definitely should have made a video of that careening towards the sun, because I get way too many people asking me, can you go to the sun? That's when I'm playing in class or whatever. Like, can you go to the sun? And they don't understand orbital mechanics, and they're like, why don't you just point at the sun and go? Isn't that how it works? Like, point at Mars and go. But of course, I had no concept of orbital mechanics until I really started playing this game, so... Alright, so that is our Oh dear God. Gotta bleed off a lot of speed here. $10? Holy cow. I should have made a burn earlier. Maybe change our orbit a little bit? Didn't think of it though. They're just like, oh, we have our intercept, we'll be fine. Let's get over there. One hour, 50, 40, 30, 20, 11, 10, 9, 8. We're gonna land on Ike with this thing, and we're probably not leaving for a while. Because I don't feel the need to bring this guy home until I actually get another guy to Duna. So we're gonna plant a flag on Ike, we're gonna make some crew reports. Let's actually make a crew report now. Can it be curbiformed instead of terraformed? Get it? So there's 35 science. So we're just going to be sitting here burning for a while. And then later today, actually I'm not sure how well that'll work, but I'll probably just patch the video and audio together, and then later in the day I'll come back and I'll do the actual mission to Duna, although it would be the third time that I've put these two pieces of ship together. Ship with a P. Of ship together to build a larger ship and take it here. Thankfully, this thing flies pretty steadily when it's not being attacked by the Kracken. And I don't think I've ever landed on Ike before, so this is going to be a first. And I want to know how this performs when it slams into the ground, because I have the strange feeling that we're not going to be able to take this stuff home. Or we might be able to, but we're going to have to use the fuel in this, which is actually a decent amount in order to get us home. It's just, you know, unlikely. Haven't made it into orbit yet. We're halfway through our burn. But, you know, that makes me think, what if we... I'm not sure how this would work, actually. If for our next mission we did something incredibly complicated in order to save him if the Clampatron breaks, what we can do is land him on Ike, then make a larger ship that could go and pick him up from Ike with like a 3-man command pod with only one person in it. A larger ship to pick him up from Ike, maybe send something out to rescue Jebediah at some point, but that's not always, doesn't always work the best because of the fact that, well, when you're in deep space like that, your velocities are very, very rough. And it'll screw things up pretty royally if you like time accelerate at all or jump between ships or things like that. It gets really screwy, and it's difficult to do. We've got a minute left in our burn. So we're coming in now. Hopefully later in the day I'll actually feel like Kerbal Space Program, because I'm a little KSP'd out from playing for an hour and then just tossing all that footage because it was totally redundant. And because I was kind of upset that I didn't realize we couldn't land with this thing, even though we're going to try to anyways. Although, to be completely honest, getting back is a lot easier than getting here. And just circularize this orbit. We may not have a lot of fuel left. I mean, we have these guys, which will last 4 times as long as they look like they will. Let's get up to a periapsis, circularize this, and then bring us to a, Hey, said I wanted to bring that to 0. Why aren't you moving? Are we out of power? We are. That's not good. My other one, I had solar panels mounted in the back in case of an emergency. Wait, can I kick on the engines a little bit? We can cut the engines now. We're just gonna turn into the sun. Come on, wait for it. Yeah, there we go. We are periaps yet? Almost. Oh. Need to keep an eye on our power. I thought we had, like, you know, too much for our own good, but apparently we can run out as well. Are we like perfectly synchronized with Ike? Oh, we're going the opposite direction as Ike. We are synchronized with Ike. Oh, hold on. That was a good one. Was not a good one, actually. Ike is a really, really large sphere of influence. That's a 15-second burn. Let's go find it. It's over there. Having SAS and RCS on at the same time really wastes RCS. Fortunately, we have tons of monoprop. Alright, come on, just a little bit faster. 4 hours. Hey, it's Duna. 3 hours. 2 hours. 1 hour. Come on, just a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. You can start it right on. It's such a minuscule burn compared to what we've been doing. Whoa. Stop wobbling, stop wobbling, stop wobbling. Why are we wobbling now? Oh, I think I know why. Because we're no longer the heavy thing pushing the light thing, we're the light thing pushing the heavy thing. Just because we had that change of weight when we burned all that fuel to slow down. Great. Well. I gotta bring these things into Ike orbit and then try and slow down with them. Hopefully, we can save these nuclear engines. If we have enough fuel to, oh, that's not helpful. If we have enough fuel to slow ourselves down in just the nuclear engines, which I assume we will, then we can leave them in orbit here, come up, dock with them later, and use them to get home, so long as our docking port survives the impact with Ike. Because I know Ike isn't exactly very large, although it isn't too small, but it isn't very large, so it's not going to be an enormous detriment to our fuel reserves on the large ship, or on the lander. But we've got plenty of fuel. Plenty of fuel. But yeah, no, so we're gonna leave this thing in orbit, we're gonna land, and if our docking port survives, we're gonna come back and get it. If it doesn't, then we'll probably just wait for another ship to come and rescue us. Because so long as this thing is in orbit, go for 40 by 40. So long as this thing is in orbit, we can use these nuclear engines to get home. And that's all I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the fuel that's inside of them. Because Ike's a moon, doesn't have a lot of gravity. we'll be perfectly fine just using our own... We'll be perfectly fine landing on it, coming back up, and then using the fuel left over. Spun a little too fast there. Using the fuel left over to burn. Or, yeah, using the fuel left over, transferring it into this main tank here, and then letting the nuclear engines burn that fuel. Okay, just about 40 by 40 polar orbit. And let's just orbit once so we're coming down on the light side. Don't like to land in the dark. Let's make a crew report. Ha! I see what they did there. Alright, let's transmit this. Let's undock. God damn it, I mean turn the engines on. How come it still says we have control over those engines, by the way? We shouldn't. It's a very dark area. Alright, alright. Let's spin ourselves around. Just let him pass us so that we're not slamming into him later. And by later, I mean in a few minutes when we go to land. Alright. Commencing landing burn. In T-minus 3, 2. Whoops. Quick save. 3, 2, now. Wait, where's all my fuel? Are you serious? I said disable crossfeed. I may not have done it on camera, but I know I did it. There goes half our fuel reserves. Good thing we're not landing on Duna with this. Also, we don't really need the parachutes now, do we? I don't know where the ground is here, but it seems like it's awfully close. Quite close, as a matter of fact. The textures are already loading in. Yeah, sure, transmit it anyways. What have we got to lose? Where's our shadow? I thought I saw it for a minute, but it was just a smudge on my screen. on, keep looking for it. Where is it? Well, where's the sun? Okay, sun's up there, so shadow should be over here. Somewhere over here. Right? There it is. Here's a trick to this. You're gonna get hit by your own shadow. You don't want to do it quickly. Actually, in this case, your docking port's gonna be hit by your shadow. You want to do it very carefully. Got nothing to keep. Whoa, 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 whoa! Losing control, losing control. Just wobble around like that. Still don't have nearly as much control as I'd like. Oh no! Oh, rah. Glad I made that quick save. Damn it! Alright. Take 2. Coming in for landing burn. Whoa. Oh. Which way are we going? We're going this way. So let's try not to land near this. Let's land over here. Such a weird angle to look at that from. Let's try and nudge that thing back towards the middle. So we're coming straight down. And now let's turn so we actually are coming straight down. Rather quickly, as I might add. Not quickly enough, apparently. Not quickly enough for that suicide burn to be 100% useful, so we have to just take it slow. Don't want to lift off, don't want to flip over. That's another problem with this thing. Come on. Now we're going sideways. Bad burn, bad burn, bad burn. Cut the engines, cut the engines. Want to land this. Uh-oh. Well, Well, that's not good. Hey, on the other hand, we landed it. Alright. Take 3 of really bad landing on Ike. Sounds like something on ice, like Disney. Alright, up here. Now it's flatter land. Are you pointing retrograde? Now we burn for the ground. Is this area smoother or what? Can't tell. I can't wait until they biome the other planets. I feel like I've said that before, but it's definitely something I'm waiting for. Because right now the only planets that have biomes are Kerbin and Mun. And those are getting boring to visit. Although putting a 9001 Science Junior on a rover and having it explore all the different biomes of Mun is actually quite entertaining. Not something I've personally done, but something I've seen people do, and it looks pretty cool. I just haven't unlocked the rover wheels yet, I don't think. Although I do want to put a rover somewhere. I want to finish the tech tree first, so that we're back in quote-unquote sandbox mode, where we don't have to worry about a single thing, until... you know, the next update comes out where they introduce more stuff we have to worry about. Makes the game that more in-depth. You know, I like sandbox mode and I like career mode. But I wish they, and I've seen what's coming of career mode, like the missions and stuff. I read about them on the wiki. I mean, I assume that's what they're gonna eventually be doing with career mode. I don't know. I'm not in Squad's head. But I wish there was a semi... Actually, I'm not sure how those things are going to overlap. Well, there goes the docking port. We're losing it, we're losing it, we're losing it. Oh! No, I want the ability to get back home. Where are some flat areas? What's flat? Nothing's flat around here. Is the dark area flat? I hope so. Let's go to the dark areas. The dark world. Also, why am I having such a problem coming down straight? There's our busser. Our landing gear, just in case the ground magically appears. I wish this thing would automatically be up. But that's good. That's a straight down kind of trajectory we got going there. Also, is that the only crew report for Ike? Because it seems like that's... Yeah, you changed your mind about Ike. Well, transmit it. Let them know that you've changed your mind. Okay, terrain here is at 5,000 and not flat at all, apparently. Very sloped. Nothing is flat. Maybe I just got unlucky, but nothing's flat around here. If this ship weren't designed so badly. You know what, let's just do some things around Ike then. Keep data. Observe the mystery goo. Observe the mystery goo. Why do we keep getting the same stuff? Did nobody make anything for Ike, I guess? Oh. Data. Report. That's another one. Let's get out. Let's make an EVA report. That's kind of funny. Go back inside. Maybe I shouldn't have undocked then. You know what? Let's redock. Come on, just let me click on that thing. Hey! There we go. Come to a conclusion. Landing this is impossible. Oh. Oh. That was close. I guess we're just gonna make an episode out of exploring space around Ike. Alright. Go towards it. I missed my docking thingy. Not my docking thingy. My refueler thing that had the engines in two directions. 2 meters per second. What is it measuring when it says that? I wonder. At least this thing's a bit easier to dock to. Stop! Stop, 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 stop. Said stop. Turn towards that. My god, so much RCS. This way, up. Up we go. This, I guess, will keep us balanced. This way, and this way. This way. In just a little bit. I can't see. And I know you guys probably can't. Wait, let's turn these on. I think. Okay, we can blind ourselves just a little bit. Remind me next time you use the less powerful lights for stuff like this. Back away. Go. Go in this direction. Now go in this direction. Now go in. Come on, almost there, right? Down a little bit. This way. Out. Come on. Dock. Dock. Ah! Turn off. Yes! We have docked. Alright, so now there's one thing we have to do, which is move all this fuel into this tank. And this is how we're gonna get home, guys. Alright, where is the... that? That we need. We need to detach these. This is a reminder that we were here. Goodbye, engines. You won't be needed any longer. I'm hesitating. Why am I hesitating? These have all of our RCS. If this thing doesn't take us home, we're gonna be boned. We won't be able to dock. Although something could always dock to us. What am I worrying about? Goodbye. Get away from these. Just very slowly. There we go. Should have dumped RCS to make this lighter, but oh well, didn't. Okay, we've got this nice polar orbit still. Turn off RCS because we don't need it. Check our fuel. Got plenty of fuel. We can get home. Telling you. Promise. Promise, Bill. You won't end up like Jebediah. Let's do a quick burn test. Why is it? Alright, it's sucking from here. That's good. Uh-oh. No! That was my bad. Not paying attention there. Alright, so next episode, we will be taking the fixed lander to Duna. And maybe this guy home. Don't know, he could be here for a while. He looks a little bit worried. I don't blame you, buddy. But I'll see you guys next week, where we figure out what the hell to do. Train Man out.